Houston's iconic Art Car Parade is this Saturday, and downtown Houston is the place to be for the Art Car After Party on Saturday from 5 to 9 p.m. This one-day free celebration at Market Square Park will feature a showcase of art cars, a chance to meet and talk with artists, live music, lawn games, and other fun activities for the whole family. There's nothing like gathering with community while celebrating creativity right in the heart of downtown. Learn more about the Art Car After Party at downtownhouston.org. Hey parents, are you looking for a diverse private school with top academic results in a state-of-the-art campus serving children from pre-K 3 to 12th grade? Then you need to check out the British International School of Houston. Their teachers are global talents who inspire confidence, resilience, and creativity within their students while helping them chart a path to the world's best universities. Search BIS Houston today to learn more about the British International School of Houston. And while you're on the website, you can also schedule a personal tour with their admissions team. Today on CityCast Houston, spring in the Bayou City is a special time of the year where the weather is actually nice. So we're going to help you plan the perfect spring day in H-Town, and it won't break the bank. It's Thursday, April 10th. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. All right, I've got executive producer Laura Isensee with me. Laura, how are you this morning?
Hey, I'm doing good. Just went for my morning walk, and it is gorgeous outside.
Same. It is so beautiful right now. We also have Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis, who is keeping you up to date on everything happening in the city of Houston with news, food, recs in Hey Houston, which, by the way, you better subscribe to. Brooke, how are you?
Doing well. Yes, looking out my window, and I see that is another beautiful sunny day.
It is so nice right now. I was actually talking to some friends from Chicago, and they always rave about this thing called summertime shy. Okay. Yeah. So that is because of their brutal winters, Chicago celebrates their summers, and they are actually very, very beautiful. It's like great over there. And it's so nice. But I started thinking, like, Houston has this too. Our summers are so brutal that we celebrate our spring. And springtime in H-Town is something that is truly epic. We can do everything the city has to offer. So that's why we're doing this chat. I want to plan the perfect spring day, but Laura, you know me. Brooke, you know me.
Don't spend too much money. Yeah. Raheel's counting the pennies.
You know me. I hate using the C word, but your boy is cheap, okay? So we're going to plan this perfect day, and it can be for you, your special someone, your family, friends, solo date, whatever it is. Anything is fair, but you have to do it under $50 and the whole day, okay? Don't skimp out. Don't be like, oh, we're going to start at lunch. No, I need a whole day.
Wait. What about inflation? Are we taking into account inflation? Like, can we boost it to like
taxes,
$60?
No, this is with inflation, the looming recession, all that stuff. Because originally I was so cheap, I was like, let's do $25. But because of inflation, we'll move it up to $50.
I can't make it the whole day on 25 unless I'm just going to the grocery store and staying inside my house.
Yeah, that's so true. So to kick things off, Brooke, you're going to go first, and we're all going to plan the perfect spring day for under $50. And Brooke, you kick things off and just let us know, like, who are you planning this day for?
Yes, so I am planning this day for me. It can be for someone who's just having a solo day to themselves, or if you want to bring a friend, and I will tell you how your price will go up if a friend is with you.
Oh, wow.
So you might just want to have the day to yourself, because if you have the day to yourself, the more money you can spend. So
yeah, that's so true.
As you probably have guessed, the perfect spring day is going to take place in Montrose, my favorite hangout.
Of course,
Montrose. Brooke loves Montrose. She lives in Montrose. She is the number one fan.
Well, I was going to plan Montrose because I used to live there, but then I was like, no. Montrose is Brooke's spot. So I'm excited to hear because I love Montrose. So I want to know, where are we going first?
Yeah. So to save your money, because I'm telling you the $50 is going to be worth it where you're spending it, but to save, you want to eat breakfast at home. But while you're eating breakfast at home, just don't already come at me because I feel like Raheel and Laura are already kind of side-eyeing. I don't know. But you're going to stop at Empire for coffee or tea. I'm a tea person. So getting coffee or tea is really inexpensive at Empire. Coffee's only $3.25. Tea is
Oh,
$2.95. If you're getting more fancy coffee, it could go up. So be mindful of your budget for the day. But I love starting my day at Empire. It's such a great morning hangout. You can kind of people watch. Maybe you're with somebody else too and having just like a nice conversation. You can look at other people having their morning routine. Sometimes people are reading a book, reading the
Mm.
paper. It's just a really good place to start the day. And I advise sitting on the patio because hopefully it
nice.
is a sunny, nice day. So that's where you're starting.
I love Empire, and they do have a great patio. I mean, you're right. It
Mhm.
is right there on Westheimer, so it is a little busy, but it's just so Montrose. It's like the perfect neighborhood Montrose spot. I love this start.
So after Empire, you are going to walk down Westheimer and check out the shops. I love just kind of
Oh,
peeking
wow.
in and looking at all the cute shops along Westheimer. One of my favorite places is Space Montrose because you can find one of a kind trinkets there. It's always been like a place for me if I'm looking for a gift for someone. They always have like fun, sometimes Houston or Texas themed stuff. And it's just a really cool gift shop. And then I also like going in Leopard Lounge if you're looking for just some fun vintage clothing. But there's all kinds of shops down Westheimer. So you can spend a couple hours just perusing, looking through, maybe buying something. But again, be mindful of your budget. So
Yeah.
this may be just a day to like peruse and look and dream. You may not be able to spend.
Okay, I'm going to give a huge +1 to Space Montrose. Whenever I'm wondering, like, oh my gosh, I need to give somebody like this last minute gift, but I don't know what, I go to Space Montrose because you will find something one of a kind. They have so many items by local artists and artisans. And some of my favorite earrings my husband got me there. They're these little tiny turquoise Texas studs. Like they're
Oh, I
literally
love
in the
it.
shape of Texas.
Mm.
It's like you just never know what you're going to find there. And I'm going to add one more stop. I love Biscuit on Westheimer. If you like decor, I mean, most of the stuff is out of my budget. It's definitely not going to fit in
No.
$50, but they have such cool things. If you like kind of decor and making your space feel really pretty, they have stuff you
Right.
won't find anywhere else.
I like going into those decor stores and just finding inspiration. Like you don't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
buy from them, right? Like you can find workarounds because again, your boy is cheap. So I'll see something I'm like, oh, that's really nice. I'm like, can I just make this? Or can I find something that's a little bit more cost efficient?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so it's a good day to just
Yeah.
dream and plan and maybe there might be something within the budget that you can buy, but like I said,
Yeah.
where you're
Come
about
on.
to spend the money is going to be worth it. So
Oh,
do
okay.
you want to
Okay.
know where we're going next, you
Yes.
guys?
Where are we spending all this money?
Okay, we are going to Chop and Block. So we are going to Chop and
Nice.
Block's new location in Montrose. And I feel like, this is where you're dropping the most of your money. You're going to drop it because you're going to walk in, you're going to smell all the good food, and you're going to be like, I have to spend my money here. So this is why before you plan this day, think about it. Do I want to spend it by myself or do I want to spend it with a friend? Because if you spend it by
Mhm.
yourself, you can order more at Chop and Block. My favorite orders are the Trad or the Motherland, and those are around $19.50 or $18.50. And so if you have somebody with you, you guys might just be eating. You may not be getting a nice little cocktail. But if you're by yourself, you could get one of the dishes
Oh,
and then one
wow.
of their cocktails. And let me tell you, their cocktails are so good. The frozen ones, so refreshing, especially as the temperatures get warmer. The last visit, I believe I had the Irie Punch, and it's about $14.
What's in it?
It has Jamaican rum, coconut rum, blackberry, pineapple, banana, lime. Guys, it is so good. I think for me, the fruity taste and the blackberry is what I remember the most because it just made me feel like I was sitting on a tropical island, not in Montrose. And even though being inside Chop and Block, you already feel kind of like you're on vacation, this like took it to a whole other level.
I am a huge Chop and Block fan. I convinced my book club to go there for our last meeting and everybody loved it. The Motherland is just like fills you up with all this warmth and goodness. And I had their Palmer refresher, which was just like
Oh,
so
I've had
nice and
that.
refreshing. It
Ooh.
had this
Mhm.
hibiscus tea with lemonade and one of my favorite things about Chop and Block is the decor. Like we're back on decor.
Yes.
Like they have all these like amazing tiles and fabrics and artwork by African and African American artists. And it's just like being there, you just feel so special. Like besides the food's amazing, but then just the space is so cool.
It's also such a Houston story, right? The way they've
Mhm.
come up, they've stayed true not only to their African roots, but also their Houston roots. And they're all about H-Town, and you can feel that throughout their menu. In the motherland, what makes the motherland so special, that dish?
Yeah, I think with Motherland, it's so flavorful and it has a mixture of steamed rice, curry, sweet plantains, yaji vegetables, and all the mixtures. Like, I feel, any dish you have at Chop and Block is going to be super flavorful and just really tantalizing to your taste buds. But for me, I always go to this one because it's just so filling, like Laura was describing, and I usually have leftovers. So this
Yeah.
also
Oh,
plays
wow.
into the budget because you may have leftovers and you might have this for dinner later. Who knows?
Yeah, for me with the motherland, it's the combo of the curry and the plantains. Like I usually
Yes, the
don't like
plantain.
bananas, so like I'm not going to have the Irie punch cuz it has bananas and like I'm just not a banana person, but there's something about plantains that is just so comforting and the curry. Raheel, you have to try this curry.
Okay, I gotta try it.
It's just so warming. It's like not like hot spicy, it's this like warm spice that just like makes you feel good.
Okay, so far, after ordering those 3 items at Chop and Block and getting your coffee at Empire Cafe, Brooke, you're at about $55. And that's not including tax and tip, okay? So
Yes.
that's a separate charge. But about $55, I'm gonna take the next guess, okay? I've known you now for a couple of years, Brooke. I bet you're going to the Manil. At some point during this day, we are going to the Manil, right?
Yes, we are. And I will say, just to go back on the math of 55, this is if you decide to get a cocktail. So you may just want to have the Trad or the Motherland. That takes off $14. And look, you still have some money to spend, you guys. So I know Overheel's coming for he's down to the T. He's going to come for the
I
money.
want to
But
buy some earrings now as well. I need that extra $14.
$14. So, but yes, we are going to the Manil and we're going to have a great time. So you can really get your steps in if you want to walk to the Manil. But I suggest after Chop and Block driving over to the Manil collection, and it's free. So it is a free visit. You can just check out all their amazing artwork. It's always just such a breath of fresh air to walk in and just really take in. And it's always quiet. And I just love going there because for me, it's just kind of like a break or a way to kind of break up my day. So
Mhm.
check out the amazing artwork inside. And then also, I think going to the Rothko Chapel is a good way to end your day. I kind of have the finale in just a second, but before you end the day, I would go into Rothko Chapel, also take a moment of reflection, think about the amazing meal that you had at Chop and Block, think about what you saw when you were sitting on the Empire patio, maybe those earrings that you couldn't afford to buy at the shops, and just reflect on the day and think about what an amazing day you had in Montrose. And then if you still want to do more, hopefully it's like I said, it's a sunny day. You can watch the sunset, sitting on one of the benches near Rothko Chapel, or maybe you have a blanket. You can grab a blanket and just watch the sunset. What a great day.
So nice. And what I love is that, the Rothko Chapel, it's just like right there in the whole Manil Park. It's just like one block over from the Manil collection. And, I'm with you, Brooke. Like it just kind of like refills my cup to experience this art and reflect and it's so nice people watching. Like there's so many interesting things. Like people go there to like walk and throw frisbees and I've seen drum circles and
Yes.
picnics and poetry readings just
It's so
randomly in the
Montrose.
park. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
I'm glad you brought that up, Laura, because the last few times I've gone to the Manil, like just sitting outside, like there's drum circles,
Yes.
people are performing music, poetry. There's just groups creating, and that just adds to that spring vibe, that magic of perfect weather. So I love that.
okay, so Brooke, thank you for that perfect spring day in Montrose. Like I said, it was really hard for me because there's so many great spots in Houston in spring, but I am going to give you the perfect spring day in the Heights. I'm going to stay
Mm.
close to home in the Greater Heights, and this is going to be a day for you to have just like that Zen vibe, we're going to have a little nature, we're going to have a little art, we're going to have some really good food, and we're also going to move our body because I know, Raheel, you like to stay active. So I got it all, and I got it all under $50. And so this is just for me. I'm planning my Zen day in the Heights. So what we're going to do is, to start off, we're going to do a morning walk along the Heights Boulevard Trail. And I'm going to pretend that I'm sleeping in. So let's just say this is like around 8 a.m., 9 a.m. That's sleeping in for me. And what is special about this trail is that you have these wonderful oak trees that are just like over you, and you feel like you're in this just green, like perfect space. So even if the weather is getting a little bit warmer, you're not going to feel it because you're going to be under the canopy of these beautiful trees. And bonus is that the Heights Boulevard Trail, they have public art there. And so every couple of blocks, you're going to find a new outdoor sculpture. And they're changing this, like they change it like about once or twice a year. And right now they have some that are just really cool and funky. And so it's just kind of like this nice surprise. You're like, oh, I'm walking, I'm sipping my coffee and the trees. And oh my gosh, this like random airplane sculpture, like what does it mean? And then you start
That's
pondering the
cool.
meaning of life.
I love walking on the Heights Boulevard Trail. Actually, a really fun memory is for New Year's Eve, like during the day, I went with two of my really close friends and we just were walking on the Heights Boulevard Trail because for whatever reason, it was a sunny day and kind of warm in December. And it was just like the perfect way to kick off. I don't know why, New Year's Eve, but I love just like, it does feel kind of like you're in your own little oasis and looking at the trees. So that's a good way to kick off.
Yeah, and just to give like a little bit more visual, like Heights
Mhm.
Boulevard, there's two lanes, but in the middle, there's this really wide esplanade. So that's where the trail is, in the middle on this really wide esplanade with all these trees. And, you get to see like all these historic houses as you go by. So that's how we're starting it off.
All right.
And then we're going to go to brunch. And where else are we going to go to brunch? You want to guess, Raheel?
Emma. It has to be Emma. Come on.
Of
That's the
course.
best
I was like,
place.
Dandelion Cafe, maybe, but I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, Dandelion Cafe, close second, but no, we're going to Emma. This is like a CityCast Houston,
Yeah.
standby, and it is so good. I mean, they're a finalist for Best New Restaurant in the latest James Beard Awards. They got a shout out from the Michelin Guide. And it's such a Houston story of how these three partners started up as a pop-up, and now they have this amazing brick and mortar where people line up to get their conchas. So I know we're on a budget, so this is what I'm ordering. I love their horchata latte with oat milk. It's really special. I usually don't go sweet, but this one is special. And then we're going to get the carrot taco, which does fill you up. If we had a little bit more money, I would go for the chilaquiles that have the
That's
brisket.
what I'm getting. I'm going over the budget. The chilaquiles are so good.
Rahel's like, forget the budget.
Yeah, those chilaquiles, they fill you up. They're so savory. But the carrot taco, like it actually is really good and really flavorful. So hard to stay in budget there. But that's where we're going, and you can just like relax and sip your coffee. And then we kind of like you, Brooke, we're going to go do some window shopping. I'm sorry we don't have any budget to actually buy anything. But it's actually just about a mile walk. So Emma is over there at like 18th and Main, and we're just going to cut through the neighborhood. Don't go on the busy street. Cut through the neighborhood on 18th, and you're going to go over to 19th at like Yale and 19th. And then you're going to find so many cool indie shops, mom and pop businesses. And it's just this great place to explore. And some of my favorites are this brand new bookstore. Brooke, I know you're going to love this.
I went there already one time.
Oh, yeah? Good on paper?
Yes, I've only been once, but want to check it out again.
Yeah.
I was in a hurry, so I popped in and then I left. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been hearing such good things. And so I'm sorry to say I actually haven't been to Good on Paper, but that's why I'm planning this perfect spring day to get myself there. But just some other spots like Raheel, you want to get some fun jewelry for, your wife or your daughter. There's Fly High Little Bunny, which has
Cool.
artisan, lots of really cool silver jewelry. There's a vinyl record shop. At this really cool plant and wellness boutique that every time I walk by, I'm like, I have to go inside. It smells so good. What is there?
Yeah.
But my absolute favorite, you have to go to Casa Ramirez, which is known for its Mexican folk art. They have so many different artisan crafts and books. This was started by Macario Ramirez, who was really a legend and a leader in Houston's Hispanic community. And he sadly passed away several years ago, but his wife is still keeping the shop open and running. And it's just such a touchstone. I love it.
The Texas coast is special to me, and it's always calling me. My family has made countless memories there, and just off the Texas coast sits a unique beach town marked with salty vibes and sun-soaked memories, Port Aransas. It's a place where family traditions naturally unfold, and you'll find beauty in the island views while taking time to relax between adventures. And with 18 miles of shoreline, there are plenty of adventures, from kayaking with the kids to fishing off the coast or simply cruising down the beach in a golf cart, soaking in the sounds of the Texas coast. That sounds wonderful. Start planning your getaway now with your friends and family, because there's nothing like having multiple generations under one roof so everyone can enjoy those perfect beachfront mornings and that cool Gulf breeze in the evening. So many Texans have anchored their traditions to the island life in Port Aransas, and with one visit, you'll see why. Start your new favorite family tradition in Port Aransas, Texas. Plan your visit to Houston's beach at visitportaransas.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile, with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
So are y'all with me so far? You're loving
I'm so
my
with
spring
you.
day
Yes,
in the
this is
Heights?
awesome. Yeah, this is an awesome day in the Heights. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would blow all $50 at Vinyl Edge, by the way, which is a record
Yes,
store
I
right
love
there.
going
I love
there.
vinyls. I love collecting vinyls. So I would easily blow it just there. I would skip Emma and just buy vinyls. So yeah, I love this recommendation.
Yeah. So this next one is for you, Raheel. I know you like to get a workout in, move the
course, got it.
body. So we're going to go down to White Oak Drive. And we're going to go to Black Swan Yoga, which is one of the best yoga studios in town. I used to go here all the time. And we're going to find a nice flow class. I know, Raheel, you probably want the power yoga class, but I'm going to keep it nice and easy.
Yeah, but at Black Swan Yoga, they kind of help you, right? Like if you want to do a little bit harder, you can. If you want to do an easy class, it's totally fine. But I'm with you. Yes, let's get a workout in. And Black Swan Yoga is fantastic, but it's also pretty expensive. How are you going to get this in?
No,
Mm.
it's not expensive. It is donation-based yoga. So I would love to give them $10, $15, but I can only afford to give you $3 or $5. I want to give you more, and I will next time when I have more money.
Oh, come on, Laura. No.
This is all the money we have.
I know. Come on.
No, I'm sorry.
Come on. You've got to do a minimum of $12.
No, I'm sorry.
She's like, I got to spend my money at Emma.
Yeah, no. We're only spending $3 or $5. I'm sorry that this is just all the money we have. We have to keep the day going.
Okay, fair. I get it.
because also we're getting hungry again. Like we've done this walking, we've done this yoga. I only had the carrot taco. I know, Raheel, you've already blown your budget. So we have 2 more spots.
Yeah.
After our refreshing Zen yoga flow, we're just going to stay there on White Oak and we're going to walk over. I got a couple choices for you. So we can walk over to Padres Wine Shop and Bar, which is my top pick. It's so cute. It's so chill. It's just the perfect neighborhood wine store. They have a retail section and a bar and these like cozy chairs. And sometimes they have winemakers there. Like I went once and they had this guy from France with this like family winery and tasting the rosé. So technically, they don't have happy hour, but they have really great prices since they're a distributor. So you can grab a glass of wine and they also have snacks. So we're going to get some popcorn. The popcorn is $5 and the wine is about $10. So we're about $15 in. But if you want something a little bit more, you can go to Onion Creek. It's an OG on White Oak. They have some great happy hour deals. So if I went there, I would get the rosé with some Parmesan French fries. And if you're not drinking, you also have a juice bar right there on White Oak, literally next door to Black Swan Yoga. So you can just get refreshed, have like a really nice fruity smoothie.
How much is that going to set us back at Onion Creek?
Onion Creek is only about $14 because
so
they have
bad.
$2 off of wine and $3 off of starters. So it's not
so
bad.
like right now, you spent about $15 at Emma.
Yeah.
$3 to $5 at Black Swan Yoga. So you're well under budget. And depending on where you go for like that little happy hour rush, then you're going to go, about $14 to $15. So you still have some money left over for a good meal.
Yes. And exactly how we're going to wrap up the day. Again, this is the height, so it's nice and walkable. So we're going to walk over to Cultivari on White Oak. It's just one of the most iconic Heights restaurants with rustic Italian and really yummy pizza. We just have to plan our day ahead. You have to reserve a table on the patio. They get really busy, so don't try to stop by or you're going to be waiting forever and get really, really hungry. But I have planned my day and it's perfect. And I'm right there on the patio. I'm picking the cheapest pizza on the menu because I'm running out of money.
Yeah, because I'm like, how's Laura going to make this work with the Cultivari meal?
Their pizza is really affordable. Like their entrees are more pricey, but their pizza is really affordable. So we're having a classic tomato basil mozzarella pizza. It's only $16, and there's a good chance that the basil, those fresh herbs, come directly from the backyard garden. So that's how we're going to wrap up our day. Just enjoy this fresh, yummy pizza, look at the garden, and just soak up all the zen. And you've just exercised your mind and your body and had good eats, and you've walked and you've like had public art and checked out records, and it's perfect. It doesn't get better than this.
That's the kind of day where at the end, you just feel like you're better connected to the city and what it has to offer. And your stomach feels great because you've got Cultivari and you've got that pizza, which, by the way, at $16, it can feed 3 people. It's not a small pizza.
I'm eating like at least half, Raheel.
Me too.
I'm not sharing.
That's totally fine. Like when I went, it was me, my wife, and my 10-year-old. My 2-year-old didn't eat it, but like 3 of us, we could barely finish one pizza. It was filling.
Yeah. Yeah. And shout out, they also have gluten-free pizza. So that's what I'm getting. So I guess that is an upcharge. I might be over $50 now. Oh no.
Well, I'm going to really do this perfect day. I'm not even kidding, because I love all these options. I love going to 19th Street. I love going to White Oak. I love going to Cultivari, and I'll report back if I've made it under 50 or not.
Okay. And invite me when you go, because I want let's just do it. Okay, Raheel, what do you got? Where are you taking us on your perfect spring day in Houston?
Okay. My perfect spring day, it could feature a lot of great places around the city of Houston, being outside, right? You can go to Memorial Park. You can go to Buffalo Bayou Park and walk the bayou and just enjoy everything. But to me, the perfect spring day is heading to Galveston, because it's that perfect time of year where you can be outside in Galveston and not get burnt up. Laura, what do you think? Immediately,
no.
I know you have some thoughts.
Look, Raheel, we know that you love Galveston. Like, we know that. Like, and I love that about you, and I share your love for Galveston. But I don't know. I don't think this counts. Like,
Why not?
you're going to spend all your money on your gas getting
Yeah.
there.
Yes,
Like, you're not
that's
going
what
to
I'm
have
like.
any money left over.
That's totally fine. Yeah, so you do have to allocate some gas money, but I'm driving an electric vehicle, so no gas money here. We're good. I'm planning ahead.
Electrical bill, you still got to charge that thing.
Yeah.
It's not nothing.
It's about $2 to get to Galveston on electric. So I'm going to put the $2 aside. But my perfect Galveston day, it's going to start early because I'm planning this for the kids and my wife. So there's 4 of us. We're awake at 7:30-ish, 8. We're going to head out. But the first thing you're going to do, you have to get a lavender latte from Summer Moon. And this is called the Blue Moon Latte. I've had probably 20 lavender lattes around the city of Houston. This is my
Wow.
favorite drink, okay?
Lavender latte
Yeah,
guru here.
Yes, he's a
I'm
connoisseur
telling you,
of
I've even
lavender
perfected my own recipe. Summer Moon has the best one, hands down. It's not a Houston coffee shop. It came in from Austin. They have several locations across the city. They have 2 actually going on 45 South. So if you're driving to Galveston, you stop and get your lavender latte because it is the perfect spring drink.
Okay, I love the lavender latte, but Raheel, like, this is a Houston day and you're taking me to an Austin coffee shop.
I
Like,
know. I know, but it's supporting people who live here.
We're leaving the city limits. I don't know, Raheel. I think you're gonna have to make up for it. What are we doing
To
next?
be fair, we said perfect spring day. We didn't say perfect spring day in Houston. So.
okay, make it up to us.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the lavender latte, like, begrudgingly.
Yeah. Then look, you're going to drive to Galveston. That's going to take about an hour and a half, depending on traffic. But traffic is generally easier on spring days because not as many people are going. But when you get to Galveston, you've got to go to one of the best breakfast spots I've ever been to, and it's called Shy Cat's Cafe and Bakery. It's near the seawall. Here's what I recommend. They have a berries and cream cinnamon French toast that's only $12, and it can feed 3 people. Like, it is huge.
Oh, wow.
And then you order some pancakes on the side for your kids. So that's about $6 right there. So you're not spending that much money, right? And you get a lot of value. You get to, recover from that drive. You get to eat before you head to the beach. It is so good. And berries scream spring. All right. So, like, you can feel this freshness that I'm already pushing on you guys because it's spring.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm warming up a little bit because there's French toast. Like, I'm warming up, but I still need more. I need to be convinced more.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my beach time. Like, I want to just, like, go straight to the beach.
We're going there next. And I always recommend Galveston Island State Park, but that could be a little expensive. It's about $5 a person. So I'm not spending money on that. Instead, we're going to use the free public beach access that you can find throughout the west side of the island. You can even go down to the St. Louis Pass and drive your car right up on the beach. I don't recommend St. Louis Pass with kids just because the currents can be a little bit stronger. So, like, I don't like going there, but there's still plenty of beach access roads for free that you can enjoy and post up. And here's the best part. Because it's not that hot right now, you don't even need to bring a tent. You can just sit on the beach. It's breezier right now. So it just feels way better than a hot summer day.
I love the beach. This is why I go to Galveston. I'm going to give you a pro tip. There's actually a free public access point right before the Galveston Island State Park, which I love, and I want to support our state parks. But you can also go down this little path, like, right before, and you can kind of, like, walk over to the state park on the beach. Like,
okay, I'm going to try that one out next time. And the only problem is, like, you miss out on being able to wash down afterwards because Galveston Island State Park, they've got some showers outside. You can clean up. The parking is on paved road, so you're not getting sand all over you as well. But here's the other thing. Like, if you don't want to go find a public beach access, you can also go down to Murdoch's, which is on Seawall and 23rd. And that's that big, touristy souvenir shop where it's built on the stilts. So underneath, you can go and just, like, post up. So you're covered from the sun. It's really nice. There's a lot of space. The beach is fantastic over there. So you could do that as well. So you've got free shade. You spend the entire day. You can run around. You can bring your surfboard. You can bring your bodyboard, whatever you want. and enjoy the perfect weather.
Where are my snacks, Raheel? I'm hungry. That water, that salty water, it makes me hungry. We got some snacks?
We got some snacks from home, okay? Pack those ahead of time. Just like Brooke ate breakfast at home.
Yes.
We're saving money by packing your snacks. But you will build up an appetite.
Okay. I hope there's an ice chest.
Yeah. Bring your drinks, pack everything ahead of time because you're going to save some money and you're going to need that money because you're going to Fish Company Taco afterwards for their happy hour. Now, their famous tacos that I love, they're so good and so filling. They're only $4 until 6 p.m. So you get there around 5 o'clock. They also have a big happy hour menu, including their hot-blooded oysters. These are the best oysters you'll ever have. They're spicy, they're fresh, and they just hit the spot, and they're only $6. So here's what you order, okay? You get those hot-blooded oysters, then you order 5 of your favorite tacos for a grand total of $26. And I recommend the Dirty South taco because that will fill you up. Like one taco will do the trick.
Oh.
There's enough for everybody. You get a taste of freshness. You get a taste of that seafood right from the coast, and you get to eat for just $26. Come on, you can't beat this. It's a perfect day.
Okay, so we spent like about $25 for our brunch, and now we got another $26 for our fish tacos and our oysters. So that's the $50.
That's the $50. And that latte was about $6 to start the day off. I calculated it down to the dollar. We are at $50 right now. Perfectly, okay?
I'm like, I'm not good at math, but is this
know.
adding up, Laura? I don't know.
Yeah, here we go.
No, we got $24, $26. That's $50. The latte puts us at $56.
No. Okay, I'm going to give you the exact math, all right? Because as Shy Cats, you spent about $18.
Okay.
$12 for the French toast, $6 for the kids' pancakes, $6 for the latte at Summer Moon, and then $26 at Fish Company Taco. Come on, you know I'm cheap. I'm getting it right down to the dollar right before taxes and tip.
Yeah, because I'm like, the tip, what about that?
Yeah.
But also, I think this just shows, guys, inflation. Man, like we're pretty much counting down to the last penny to get these 2 meals that we want to get at any restaurant.
And for dessert, well, there's no dessert, okay? Because we went over our budget. So you're walking down Seawall Boulevard and enjoying that beautiful Texas sunset, just like we did with Brooke. I think there's something magical about enjoying that sunset and just taking it all in before heading back to Houston.
Yeah, sunsets in Galveston are literally the best.
They're so
literally
good.
the best. But I'm going to go over budget and I'm going to stop by the Ben & Jerry's on the seawall and get a little bit of ice cream and just eat it as I walk along the seawall. That's a lovely date. And Raheel, I know you got your sweet tooth. Like, I know you can't leave without dessert.
I have to have dessert. I have to. So yeah, I'll also go over budget. And I'm going to definitely get some ice cream or whatever it may be, maybe some beignets. But yeah, I need that sweet tooth filled. And, you know, this is also a great reflection of like the physical, spiritual side of things where on a spring day, you end the day and you just feel whole. And I think all 3 of these days accomplish that. And it just goes to show like right now in Houston, it is a special time and we have to go outside and enjoy it.
And good eats. So
yes, I think I'm going to try each of these days. And like I said, I will report back because I love the Heights. I love Galveston. And, you know, I already have pretty much done the stay in Montrose. So
I love it. I can't wait to try all these days out as well. Brooke, Laura, thank you so much.
Thank you. Until next time.
Thanks. Have a great day.
That was executive producer Laura Isensee and Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis. You can find all of our suggestions in the show notes. Hey, what's your perfect spring day for under $50? Plan that day for us and send it to us via the contact info in the show notes. Now, help your friends plan the perfect day in Houston by sharing this episode with your favorite group chat. And drop us a rating and review wherever you listen, and be sure to subscribe whether you're a longtime listener or new here. It's really the best way to help grow CityCast Houston. Thanks. That will do it for today. I'm Raheel Ramzanali. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new.
making the huge mistake of having coffee. My voice is going to sound so sticky.
I know. I drank mine right now too, or my second cup.
Oh, well.